3 weeks later, Detective Marcus Hale arrived in town. He had been sent from Hartford after a series of disturbing emergency calls, reports of break-ins with no signs of forced entry, mirrors shattered from the inside, and residents insisting they had seen dead relatives standing silently in their homes, watching. Every report shared the same detail. 2:17 a.m. Marcus didn't believe in ghosts. He believed in patterns, and patterns meant people. He rented a room at the local inn and began his investigation. Old police records told a troubling story. Missing persons, unsolved deaths, accidents, clustered too closely around one place. Ashwood Lane. And at the center of it all, 3 years earlier, was a name that refused to stay buried. Ethan Cole, the reporter who died before his story was published. Marcus met Claire Whitman at the town library. She looked like someone who hadn't slept in days. He came back, she said quietly, but not the way he was before. Whatever's walking around this town now, it's wearing him. Marcus leaned forward. You've seen him? She nodded. Last night, he stood across the street from my house, just staring. When I blinked, he was closer. Did he say anything? Yes. Her voice dropped to a whisper. He said, I finally finished the story. A chill crawled up Marcus's spine. What story? Claire met his eyes, fear trembling in her gaze. The story of Ashwood Lane. Marcus recovered Ethan's old notes from a forgotten evidence box. They detailed illegal land deals, secret gatherings disguised as neighborhood meetings, and a word repeated over and over again, the exchange. One line was circled in red ink. The dead don't leave. They are replaced. That night, Marcus decided not to sleep. At 2:16 a.m., his phone buzzed. Unknown number. You're early. Marcus stood slowly, gun in hand. Who is this? The air turned icy. Then came the sound. Not on the door, on the mirror. Tap, tap, tap. Marcus turned and saw a pale, water-soaked hand press against the glass from the other side, leaving wet streaks as it slid downward. The reflection smiled before he did. I told him not to open the door, the reflection said calmly. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. The mirror cracked. Marcus fired. The bullet passed through the glass and through the reflection without resistance. When the lights returned, the room was empty, except for wet footprints leading into the hallway. Over the following days, people began to disappear. Not violently, not suddenly. They simply left. Homes were found unlocked, beds neatly made, phones still charging. In every house, one mirror lay shattered. Every disappearance followed the same moment. Someone had opened a door at 2:17 a.m. Marcus finally understood. The town wasn't haunted. It was being maintained. He confronted Mrs. Holloway, the oldest resident on Ashwood Lane. She didn't deny anything. We keep the balance, she said softly from her rocking chair. This town was built on something older than laws. When someone dies unjustly here, something remains. If we don't give it a place, it takes one. You sacrificed Ethan Cole, Marcus said. No, she replied gently. We traded him like the others. Marcus clenched his fists. And now, Mrs. Holloway smiled, slow and sad. Now he's collecting. That night, the power went out across Ashwood Lane. At exactly 2:17 a.m., every door on the street began knocking, on its own. 3 times, in perfect unison. People screamed, some prayed, some hid. Others, exhausted and broken, opened their doors just a crack. That was enough. Shadows poured inside. Mirrors shattered throughout the town, and from every broken reflection stepped figures, formed from memory and regret, people who had died on Ashwood Lane over the last 100 years. At the center of it all stood Ethan. He looked whole now, alive, solid. Marcus ran toward him. It ends tonight, Marcus shouted. Ethan turned, his eyes dark but steady. It already has. I told the truth. The truth doesn't require innocent lives, Marcus said. Ethan's smile faded. Innocent, he whispered. This town watched me drown. The invisible river rose around them. Marcus felt water crush his chest, flood his lungs. You can't stop it, Ethan said. Ashwood Lane always demands payment. Marcus made his choice. I'll stay, he said. Take my place. Ethan hesitated. You don't belong to this town. No, Marcus gasped. But I know how to end a story. He raised his gun. Not at Ethan, at himself. The shot echoed. The river vanished. Silence fell. Morning came. Ashwood Lane was quiet again. Too quiet. People woke in their beds. The missing returned. Mirrors were whole. Ethan Cole was gone. So was Detective Marcus Hale. At the edge of town, near the river, a new grave appeared overnight. No name, only time. Carved into the stone. 2:17 a.m. and on the quietest nights, some say the knocking still returns. Not to be let in, but to remind those who hear it. Never open the door.